Hi, today is Thursday, February 23rd, 2017, and this is A Swede Speaks. November 30th, 2016, the Swedish writer and comedian Mr. Jonas Gardell wrote an open letter to Mr. Mark Zuckerberg, the CEO of Facebook. In his letter, Mr. Gardell wanted Facebook to take responsibility for lies and fake news being spread on Facebook. Among the things Mr. Gardell wrote was that if Facebook, Google, and other internet giants did not take their publicistic responsibility, then Western democracy is threatened. He proposed that Facebook appoints a publisher who could be held accountable for what is published. The next day, Mr. Gardell's letter was commented by Mr. Alice Bah Kuhnke, the Swedish Minister of Culture and Democracy. She read Mr. Gardell's letter with great yield, she said, and she added that the next step could be to enforce coercive measures. Of course, she also said that she doesn't want to enter that path. The reaction to this was fury, even in Sweden. Mrs. Bah Kuhnke crossed the line. Or, at least, that's what I thought then. I was wrong. Yesterday, Mrs. Magdalena Andersson, who is the Swedish Minister for Finance and a Social Democrat, Mrs. Bah Kuhnke is a Green Party member, but Mrs. Andersson is a Social Democrat, said that the Social Democrats, who are the largest party in the Swedish government, are going to push strongly against so-called fake news. She says, quote, Basically, it is about what kind of society we want. We want to be able to have a debate based on facts, so that we can make the right decisions, but also a society where we can have confidence and trust each other. And then we have to agree on basic common facts. End quote. Among the things she claims are fake news is that Sweden borrows money to finance its migration policies. The funny thing about that is that Mrs. Andersson herself said in October 2015 that the Swedish government needed to borrow money to deal with the migrant situation. Did someone say 1984? The proposal to deal with so-called fake news will be presented by the Committee of the Social Democrat Party to the Party Congress, which will be held in April this year. It sounds like they want a Ministry of Truth. Haven't they learned anything from history? Oh, right. They are socialists, or social democrats, or whatever. They never learn. They always think that you can fix things with some stupid political measures. In this case, trying to control information. Of course, she gives a lip service to freedom of speech, but then she wants a government agency to tell people what is true and what is not true. Seriously. This is Sweden, 2017. That's what they're doing there now. And I haven't heard anything like this from any of the other Nordic countries yet, and I hope I won't hear it either. I mean, you never know. Because do I need to talk about other regimes in history who have tried this? Do I need to talk about the Soviet Union? About DDR, the German so-called Democratic Republic? I mean, seriously, do I need to do this? I'm not sure I do. You know what I'm thinking of here, right? And I mean, Sweden has really gone mad, as my friend the Furious Tory says. And I used to argue that it all started already in the 1500s, when Gustavus I became king of Sweden. But after 1968, it really got really crazy in Sweden. It's got something to do with that national icon Olof Palme, a man who really speeded up things. But I digress. To trust government to tell you what's true and what's not true. How could anyone be this naive? Do even these politicians trust it? Or is it just that they want to control what you are thinking? They want to control the minds of Swedes. I mean, this entire fake news discussion. I mean, this discussion came as an effect of the Trump campaign. Because suddenly people started talking about news being fake news. Before that, they were all postmodernist truth relativists who could say things like, you have your truth and I have mine. There is no such thing as an objective truth. I still think they don't really want to say these things could be objectively true or not. But they are at least sure that some things are fake news. And that's usually the things that are saying the things that the Swedish government don't want to hear. I mean, like the Czech-Swedish writer Katarina Janok said in a debate program in Finnish TV, mind you, not in Swedish TV. She isn't invited to these programs as far as I know, but in Finland. She said that Sweden is like a dysfunctional family where we all try to sweep things under a rug. And that's exactly the way I look at Sweden these days. And yeah, where does this thing end? To just go on and on in all the craziness. And because if we think about this, 30 years ago, roughly, Sweden was a very closed society. There were two government-owned TV channels, and there were no satellite TV, there were no cable TV, and the only information Swedes got then about other countries was from these TV channels, from newspapers, from friends and relatives abroad, and what they saw themselves when they traveled abroad, if they could afford it. I bet there was a lot of fake news going on then. I mean, the baby boomers generation in Sweden has usually a very negative view on the United States. And I know that a lot of things are not good in the United States. Maybe they get better now. But the ideas the Swedes had were outrageous. They thought the United States was just that everyone was miserable there. A few rich people and everyone else was more or less starving. Yeah, and it seems like the Swedish government or the Social Democrat Party, which is the largest party in the Swedish government, mind you, it seems like they want to get back to this mind control. When they talk about having some common facts that everyone have to agree on, who is supposed to decide this? I mean, I am all for facts. Fact: 1 + 1 is 2. 2 + 2 is 4. Even if Big Brother tells you that 2 + 2 is 5, 2 + 2 is still 4. To quote 1984. Read that book. Or, yeah, just read it. And don't do like the Swedish politicians who read it as some kind of instruction manual, because that's not what it's intended for. It's intended as a warning. Yeah, I could go on forever, but I mean, that's really all I gotta say about this right now. I would like to thank the people who have donated to this channel. through PayPal and through Patreon. And if you like this channel, please subscribe to it. Please share my videos. Please like my videos. And also, I encourage you to support this channel. And that could be done through PayPal and through Patreon. And I will, of course, include all the necessary information about that and about what I've been talking about right now in the information box below. This is a Swede Speaks. Have a nice day.